edition because we're here for all of your running needs, whether it is running the actual miles or figuring out how the heck we are supposed to fuel for them. So whether you are on the run or maybe doing something else, it is time to come on in and grab your miles with a side of smiles and a late night snack attack, maybe. So let's have some fun and get right to it. What are you most excited about, Coach Christine? Because I think this is the first taste testing that I'm not completely terrified for.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not as worried about this one. After the pickle juice, I'm pretty sure that everything is going to be safe.
I thought the hydration one was the safest one, but I am excited about this one, though neither one of us are big pumpkin spice fans.
No, not so much. And after our summer hiatus, I feel like we're coming in with all of the spice and hopefully some things that are nice.
Oh my goodness. I am so looking forward to some cooler temperatures. So I know we've had a little bit of a pushback on the fact that we're bringing these fall flavors, but you know what? They are hard to find.
I was
going to want to order them. Yes.
So shout out. This is not sponsored, but I will give a shout out to the feed because it was the only place I could find the fall flavors. I went personally to 6 different stores and only one of the items in our taste testing today, I was actually able to find, and you were actually not able to find it.
I was not, though I have had this specific one in a previous lifetime, a whole year ago when the fall season started. So I have some thoughts about it, but I am very excited, Coach. I think we should get right to it. But before we do, we have a little bit of a giveaway. So we're going to have some incredible fall flavors here that run the gamut. And you guys will have the opportunity to have your hot little hands on exactly what we're going to be taste testing today. So all you have to do is leave a comment, whether you're catching this live or later on demand on the YouTube channel. Make it a nice one. I mean, they can make it a little spicy if they want. I'm okay with that, but you have to subscribe to the channel before you can leave a comment on this live. So definitely subscribe and leave your comment. And with that, you'll be entered to win your own Time for Brunch or TFB Fuel Taster Box. Entries will be closed on September 14th at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to notify the winner on September 15th. But of course, that's not the only thing we're giving away. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. If you haven't heard, we're giving away a sold out Run Disney Dopey bib for the 5K, 10K, half and full marathon, 6 medals for 2024. You're going to want those details over on our Instagram. You can find us at Time for Brunch Podcast. Now that we're done, let's get to it, Coach. I am ready for this taste testing.
I'm optimistically excited. So we have fall flavors. We have a little bit of pumpkin pie, pumpkin spice. And then for good measure, we're bringing in some apple because I hear apple picking is really big. I have not personally done it, but okay. Which one are we going to tackle first? And please be kind because my coffee cup is only so big to clear my palate.
Well, you didn't bring water?
I mean, I did, but that's kind of boring.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think we're going to start off with apples because I think that is generally, I think of sweater weather, of course. I think of apple picking. I love the cinnamon. I love that spice. I do love cinnamon. I love all things cinnamon. So
I like applesauce.
I mean, yeah. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. This kind of tastes a little bit like applesauce, which we have recommended for some folks that maybe have a bit more of a pickier digestive tract to fuel with applesauce. But for here, we're going to try right out of the gate. And I'm super excited because I've never tried any of this brand, Spring Energy Gel, the apple cinnamon spice. Now, I think, yes.
I do have to say this thing better be good because it was hella expensive.
Ridiculously expensive. Let's talk about that. So clearly we are not sponsored. So we will.
We're going to tell y'all it's expensive.
We are going to say.
This came out to $4.20 for this little guy right here. This little nugget of hopefully goodness.
Also, I'm very curious. Did they price it like that way on purpose? Is that like a shout out to to any 420 friends. But anyway,
no judgment.
Neither here nor there. So we're going to give you instructions as to what the packet says, which is exactly what the package says is to eat this, consume, I think would be the better way, because there's no eating really, I think, with a gel, but consume 15 minutes before and every 30, 40 minutes during a hard effort. I love the fact that they included hard effort. Like, you don't need this on an easy peasy run or a walk, like a hard effort. That's when Spring Energy is going to put that boost in your mileage. So yeah. I'm excited.
I'm going to go out on a limb though, like looking at the ingredients. One, everything's like organic. So hello, pricey, like Whole Foods, whole paycheck. But the first ingredient is organic basmati rice, then applesauce, apple juice, yams, maple syrup, lemon juice, vanilla, sea salt, and cinnamon. So, I mean, on the surface, it looks calm and ready to drop arms, but it keeps on forgetting what we wrote down. So we'll see if it's any good.
So this is my biggest concern. I'm actually concerned that I like it. Like,
I'm concerned I can't get into it. Like this is a hefty package to try to rip, and I'm not even sweaty.
Okay, so I think I already smell it. It's very cinnamony. Did you get the little tab and you pick that tab and then
is that what it does? No, I'm an animal and I just ripped it. Like I have no qualms.
Okay. So nutritional facts for folks that maybe need those information for their dietary requirements. It's 180 calories for the entire pouch, 0 fat. Of course, usually gels don't have that. 45 carbs, which is where there's going to be a lot of that energy boost, probably from that basmati rice and all that jazz, and 2 grams of protein. I love the smell.
It smells like baby food.
Coach,
do you like baby food, Christine? Is there something that
I think baby food's not the worst thing in the world?
Ooh, maybe that'd be a good taste testing. Different baby food as fuel. Okay. Anyway, I mean, it doesn't smell like horrible, but it smells like baby food, and it looks like baby food and applesauce. Everybody.
Before we get into that, I want to address the comments because we have some comments.
Oh gosh,
I'm also giving us a little bit more time. So we have Sally saying that she can't wait to get to the pumpkin spice goo. I know everybody's pretty curious about that. Also, apple picking is very popular in her side of the world, and hot apple cinnamon cider sounds amazing. Nick saying that it is expensive marathon fuel because it's $4.29. Sally's saying, it's OMG.
It is really expensive. Like, but now I will say though, with as much of the whole ingredients and all the factors, I can see you might not needing it as often as you would like an applesauce because there's not as much substance to it. So I'll reserve judgment, but I think we've stalled long enough and I think we need to eat it.
Okay. Are we going to consume the entire thing? No, you're not.
Yeah. Do a shot of it, Christine. That's going to play really well for our palates.
Okay. Let's go. Oh my God. I love it. I freaking love it.
I'm taking a minute.
Oh my gosh. Shelby, I am worried now. Now I have to be able to afford Run Disney and freaking Spring Energy Fuel. Your face, girl, what is fix your face?
Okay,
you know this is delicious.
Okay, I'm processing my emotions on this. It's really not that bad, as my face might suggest. It tastes like baby food, but towards the end, it actually is pretty pleasant. On the run, I actually think I would enjoy this.
Yeah. First of all, I don't think it's going to give us runs, which I think is really important.
I'm
sorry. I had to. It feels like something that, while it has a lot of flavor, I will say consistency is a little weird. It's a little bit, it's not gooey. It's not jelly.
It's not really even like mealy like an applesauce. It's somewhere in between. I like how you're retasting it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has a little bit of grainy, like you can tell that there's actual applesauce in it, but I think with everything else, it's not quite as mealy as an applesauce. But on a crisp day, I could absolutely see this being a solid choice, and I don't feel like I would need water with it. Like I would need it to get it down, I should say.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. But so that one so far is my number one. Right out of the gate, I loved everything about it, even the consistency. While it is a little, I will say you're right. It has a little bit of that mealiness, I wouldn't call it gritty. Fiber is what I taste with it. It's like a little bit of a fiber in it.
If that's
But
not a selling point, we taste fiber, everybody. So again, you might not get the runs with it, but it's going to help you later on.
I love fiber. I love fiber cereal and all brand and all that jazz.
Okay, Special K.
Oh, I love Special K.
I
guess a whole nother thing. So yeah, right out of the gate, I really enjoy it. So
it's not that bad. Again, my face was off-putting, but I'm reserving judgment.
Your face is always beautiful, my friend.
Oh,
it's just definitely your range of reaction to it made it sound like this is
I
something
can't.
I'm not consuming.
I have resting ick face.
All right. With that said, I am looking forward to the next one. So I'll let you pick. What's the next one, Coach?
Let's do the Huma. I've never had Huma either. So this is a new brand for me as well as the spring was. And this one's an apple and cinnamon. So I feel like it's only fair that we kind of compare apples to apples. I was way too tickled by that.
Me too. Okay. So it's a chia energy gel. So will I find like the chia seeds in it, or did they grind them out? Did they grind them out like we grind our miles, girl?
I think it's going to be like how chia seed pudding is, to where it's more for the gelatinous type of texture versus actually chunks of the chia seed. Because even in chia seed pudding, you don't get it the same. It all kind of goes. But this is 100 calories, half a gram of fat, 22 in carb, and 1 in protein. It's still a little bit more expensive, but after the spring, I don't think we'll find another expensive gel. This comes in at about $250. So not horrible. And again, these are when we buy them singly. So there might be a little bit of better pricing if you do decide you like them and buy them in bulk. But I would grab this. It looks enticing. And I've heard great things about Huma, especially from a digestive standpoint. Seems to be the go-to brand for stomachs of queasiness alike.
Interesting. Well, again, same as the apple cinnamon spice spring, you're going to consume it according to them. 1 full packet, 15 minutes before your activity, about 30 to 45 minutes is what they suggest. But it made me laugh as well. Always consume with water is on their little instructions. So are we ready to make this happen?
I don't like this. I looked at it.
I haven't opened it yet.
Oh my God, don't. It looks like a mixture between baby food, caramel.
Wait, are you looking at it? You shouldn't look at any of these things.
Okay, this is the character flaws between us. We've approached things vastly different. I don't just put things in my mouth without looking them and smelling them. The smell isn't as bad. I prefer the spring of the smell better, though. This seems a lot more processed, which is funny because it doesn't like the ingredients don't say that. I like how you're like, no,
I don't smell it. What's wrong with my nostrils? I'm like, I'm afraid. It's like,
now we have to figure out your nostril
usage. It's very jelly.
All right, I'm just gonna do it.
Wait, okay. So have you consumed it, or you haven't consumed it yet?
I have not. I just put my mouth on this thing.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and cheers.
Much more mild of a flavor than the
I don't
spring.
like it.
I think the spring hits you in the face.
Yeah.
This is way more mild.
Okay, so I don't love it as much as the first one. It does have a better aftertaste than traditionally any of the other gels we've tried. I mean, not more than the spring. The spring was fabulous. It's doable. I would be okay with it.
I feel like it's the discounted version taste wise of the spring. Like, I would probably pay more for the spring than this one. Cause I mean, it's not terrible. It's a lot more of a gel-like texture, like that we're used to as runners.
And that's what I don't love. So I think
spring tastes more of like a whole food option.
Absolutely.
To where this definitely is more of a gel, but the flavor does not hit you in the face. So if you're not into strong flavors when you're out running, I would probably say you're going to like this better.
Okay. So with that said, we wouldn't necessarily kick either of these off the brunch table for a run, would we? Like if it's all we had available to us?
If it's all we had available, no, but I'm going to need a coffee break. Hold.
Me too. I do need to cleanse the palate. So cheers. And friends, if you're here with us live, we hope that you are having some delicious coffee, because coffee makes everything better.
Sarah's saying the flavor that she tried of spring that she didn't care for was plum, which isn't plum like robust prunes. So wouldn't that be kind of like a anti-running type of flavor? She said it tasted like tomato.
I don't know, but I kind of like
tomato, potato. I actually love prunes.
I do
Insert
too.
Jokes here. They're delicious. But I don't know.
I love prunes as well, and dates and all of that jazz, and figs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we've had the apple. Are we ready to go ahead and turn the page? Because what everybody wants to know is, how they can squash their goals when they're out there running.
Squash their goals.
Yes, exactly. So maybe it's those times of those gourds to come out a little bit. So are we ready to go into the next one?
I have high expectations for the next one because I unwrapped it and it has a presence to it.
Okay, so we're gonna go. You already threw that out there because I know which one you're talking about based off of what you just described. The honey stinger nut and seed, because it is quite seedy. We like our bars seedy.
This is a not safe for work broadcast.
It isn't.
It looks delicious. Like, okay, for a second, just look at that. Like, I mean, and I'm hungry because neither of us made time to get a snack before this.
Mm-mm. This is our snack.
It smells to me like a payday. Like the payday candy bar. Like that's what I'm looking at this and hoping it tastes like that. Because if not, I'm going to be sorely disappointed.
It does not at all. She is most definitely lying.
Have you ever had a payday?
I have. I don't love it. It's not my favorite.
Okay, well, that could be why.
I think it smells better than a payday.
I mean, yeah, because I'm just going off of there's sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, almonds, I'm assuming peanuts. And again, this might not be an on the run type of feel, but this is definitely something I would grab either pre or post run.
Or between recording or in the middle of a work day. So I think it's a really good one. I also love the fact that it does have a lot of protein. So 14 grams of protein, 21 carbs, 16 fat, which if you guys are afraid of fat, don't be. It's wonderful, especially
Fat's your friend.
Yes, exactly. Keeping that more satisfaction in between meals, which we all need when we're running, so you don't get that hunger. And then 260 on calories. So I think all the way around, it seems like it's bringing a lot of goodness. It's also a little bit pricier at $2.99 a bar, but most bars are going to be in that $3, $4 mark. So I don't think it's off the mark too much.
Again, it's not going to have to be like an everyday thing, but to throw in your gym bag, your purse, your diaper bag, wherever. I do like how you made a notation, no instructions, just eat. Like, thank you, Christine. That hard-hitting journalism is what you come to brunch for. Like, just freaking eat it.
That's what they asked. Okay, so Jody's saying that the honey stinger bars are amazing.
Okay.
Sally's saying that the Humas can be offered as a fuel choice for an upcoming half marathon. That's interesting. So we're starting to see some new gels make their way there. Rachel's never heard of spring. Rachel, it's our first time consuming it, so we're excited. And I feel like I continue to do these so that we don't have to necessarily try it. And Coach is like, I'm ready to eat this.
I do like how Sarah does ask, though, super curious if you eat it mid-run. I mean, to be determined. I'm not huge into chewing and running, only because I'm not that coordinated, if I'm being honest. But all right, let's try it. I like how yours is like all nicely folded and mine looks like a raccoon gnawed at it.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and go into it.
I like this.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me so much of a payday, like a better payday. But I like this.
I feel like I'm chewing into the microphone, so people are going to have some ASMR kind of going on. So trying to pull back a little bit, but
I'm taking another bite. Screw you.
It's very salty, which I think is phenomenal for most of us runners and a lot of us that are salty sweaters. So would I consume this in the middle of a run? Yes, I would. But I do tend to gravitate towards pretzels or fig Newtons or Whole Foods. And I also think if anybody's thinking of ultra running, they're going to have to likely make themselves very comfortable with this kind of an option, because you need a little bit more substance than the gels can do. So
I love this. And I don't think I've said that about anything that we've done. I feel like I would buy a box of this.
I feel like we're not comparing apples to pumpkins, though, fairly here. So this is not a gel. It is a bar. It is a completely different world from the gels.
Almond pumpkin seed. So if you need to know how to sum up my love language, apparently It's almond pumpkin seed. This is freaking amazing, people.
The pumpkins
Go
are
and
really
try
good.
it. And I don't really taste the pumpkin that much. I mean, yeah, the pumpkin seed's not going to taste like the artificial pumpkin. Oh, I've not endorsed anything. This I am endorsing. I am so pumped at this. I'm a little worried.
Why? Why do you say that? Why are you a little worried?
Because I feel like I'm going to have these and burn myself out on them. But that is what I want.
That's what you want.
That's what I want. And even though I'm not a chewing runner, I think I could have that on the run.
I'm not a chewing runner.
I'm not a chewing runner.
Okay. So we both agree that this is probably great to have on hand. We could very easily see this being a go-to snack. We could have it before our run if we need a little bit more of an energy boost. I think it will be easy to digest in terms of not necessarily flipping your stomach or being too heavy for you to still get out for your run.
Mm-hmm.
Also great in your gym bag for any of those kind of things. If you're in between meetings, all the way around, very solid choice. I won't say it's my favorite.
Yes.
I mean, I love the seeds. I do. I love the seeds. I guess I'm not a huge fan of the nugget or the nougat. How do you pronounce that?
Oh, that's like the best part. That's what reminds me of a payday.
I like the seedy. I really do like seedy bars, evidently.
I wonder if I can see like the nougat inside. Again, please in the comments, tell me I'm not alone with thinking payday energy.
Well, I mean, they're not going to know until they win the giveaway taste testing box, unless if they've already had the specific one.
If anybody has had this one, please tell me I'm not alone. Again, I don't like anything we ever taste test. So the fact that I'm losing my collective mind over this, I think it says something.
It could be because we starved you today so that you would be primed and ready for this taste testing.
Listen, it's sacrifices we make for our art. But yes, solid choice.
Okay. So we've done apple cinnamon. We've done apples in cinnamon. We've done the nut and seed bar of that almond pumpkin seed. I think we're going to bump it up a notch with a bit of a spiced pumpkin pie. Or is this a good time? I think this one would be good. What do you think, Coach?
Yeah, I think it's fair after I gushed about the last bar.
Okay.
I think this is good because it's actually the pumpkin pie. So I feel like we're going even more into like that fall energy. So this one is going to be the Cliff Bar spiced pumpkin pie. 99 cents, not even a full $1.
Oh,
and again,
it smells amazing.
No instructions, Christine. You just eat it.
I mean, I want to make sure that people know what they need to do. So I love the smell.
Smells like a candle.
Oh my God, you're right. It does.
It smells like I'm about to eat a Yankee candle.
Yum.
That's not. I don't really even like candles.
For the record, I did not light my favorite candle, so would it mess with my palate in these recommendations of,
we're serious tasters.
We are so serious. Why so serious? Okay, I really like the smell. It has a little bit of a spice that's not like I don't quite pick up that spice. Maybe like an allspice, maybe a coriander. It feels spicier than the traditional like cinnamon nutmeg, and I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know. To me, it smells like a candle and a Biscoff cookie decided to get together and see what happens.
Okay, now you're talking my love language.
See, I'm not a fan of either.
What?
It's not even a cookie. That is an imposter, my friend.
Have you had a Biscoff like the spread, the cookie spread? It's cookie crack. It's cookie crack in a jar is what it is.
No, not my jam.
That's it. We're done. This is the end of Time for Brunch. If you can't like Biscoff, my friend.
That's the line we're drawing in the sand. But this comes in, again, this is a bar, 250 calorie, 4.5 grams of fat, 43 carb, and 10 protein. So again, a great option to throw in your gym bag if you can't find the honey stinger, because that's still the clear winner in my mind. But
so I would say this one's more of, because of that higher level of carbohydrate, this is something that I think will be a little bit easier to digest if you need a bit of oomph for a run or a like long endurance bike ride, anything that you're going to need an extra time on your feet for. I'd say the Cliff Bar would definitely go it. I feel like the honey stinger nut and seed bar would be more satisfying to have like just any time. I feel like this one would be a bit more fueling in terms of getting that extra boost because of the carbs. So
I don't think I'm going to like this one.
You're not? Okay, let's go. Let's give it a try. It's not bad.
It's not good.
It's not bad.
It's not good.
It's missing something.
The smell is so much more than the actual taste of it.
Mm-hmm. It's
It's
bland.
disappointing.
It's actually very bland.
It's very bland. It has that protein bar-y type of aftertaste and like the shellac.
Ooh, I wonder if they use a whey protein. And if that's the case, that's probably what you're tasting. So I'm going to look now.
All right. This is not.
They do. Okay. So they have
Okay.
a soy protein isolate. So that's what you're tasting in that protein bar, which basically means they had to add in the protein because none of the ingredients they had in it actually brought any protein to the party. So that is probably why you're tasting that. I would say though, still from a fueling option, because it is such a big bar, 99 cents, you could probably break this into quarters or halves, throw it into a Ziploc bag or a reusable kind of bag and use it for fueling very easily because it is so bland. I don't think it would be off-putting.
You can just throw some for the pigeons on the trail. Don't actually do that.
Don't do that.
I mean, it's fine. Like
Mhm.
if I was storing on a desert island, I would be grateful it was there. But if I had another option, I would take it. It's just it's lackluster for me. Sorry, Cliff.
So sorry, Cliff.
Sorry, Cliff.
I will say that Jody is also a big fan of the nougat, or is it nougat? How do I pronounce
nougat?
that? Okay. She thinks it's the best part of the bar. Catherine said that she also likes the Huma flavors of strawberry lemonade, which sounds like the best like summer type flavor ever, and lemon lime. Those both sound really good. She said they're not too sweet.
Which I'm a fan
Jody,
of.
I feel like Jody should have been here with us to help us with this because she's not a fan of Cliff bars. She's tried all of these bars, but she does like the Cliff gels, which I think we had at the last taste testing. We had a Cliff honey stinger gel, if I remember correctly.
Maybe, yeah. But I mean, again, okay, so we've had some winners, we've had some losers. But yeah, okay, so you can have my Cliff bar. I'll take your honey stinger bar.
I'm not going to necessarily, I would not purchase it. But if it was available to me or I did need a quick snack, I would definitely be okay with it. I just think it is a bit bland. I would prefer the Biscoff cookie, actually, to be honest with you at the end of the day.
I think also too, because I like the honey stinger so much, like granted, yes, it's different bars, different flavors. But like you said, if it was against other bars, I probably wouldn't pick it up. But like if I was at a race and it was that post finish line bar, I'd be like, all right, let me get something in my system and then I can get something that I actually enjoy.
Okay, well, the next one I was not able to source, but I had it last year and I have very strong opinions on it. But I'm going to let you go ahead and do your thing because we're going to take it on over to the Perfect Bar, which we did try the flavors of the Perfect Bar in one of our previous live taste testings. But this time, in keeping with our fall flavors, you're going to bring in that pumpkin spice. It is $2.99 per bar. It is 310 calories, 19 grams of fat, 14 grams of protein. I don't think it's that high in carbs, but I don't really know either. So let's see, Coach, what
24 in carbs. Okay. I will say this will not be in the giveaway because it has to be refrigerated and we're not at that level with brunch yet. But again, I was able to find it. You were not. We love Perfect Bars. So from the get-go, all the Perfect Bars smell like peanut butter to me. So I'm not really, I mean,
at the base, that's what they all have.
I'm not getting any pumpkin pie flavoring, all I smell is peanut butter.
So last year in my local Publix, they rolled out both the pumpkin spice and the salted caramel at the exact same time. And I lost my ever-loving mind over the salted caramel. And it's still to this day, my absolute favorite of the flavors. And thankfully now it's a year-round flavor for them.
Yeah, I'm interested. I mean, again, I like Perfect Bars. Saving tip, not for the pumpkin pie, but Costco. Depending on where you are, your Costco might be starting to carry these in their refrigerated section. So if you're looking to stock up on Perfect Bars and you might not be married to one flavor and another, definitely check that out.
Okay. So go ahead and have your favorite, your little taste testing here before I give my prognosis on it. But then when you're done with it, will that mean that you have had all of the flavors of Perfect Bars that have been available to you?
Not all of the flavors.
Okay.
This is a major letdown for me.
It is so sad. It is the saddest of all of the Perfect Bars.
If you were looking for pumpkin pie, don't buy this. Like you get like the littlest hint at the end, but that is so disappointing.
Yeah, it's truly the worst of all their flavors. So when I wasn't able to find it, I was like, I'm
You
okay.
just save $2.99.
Literally. I'd much rather buy all the other flavors that they have that are delicious, which by the way, their peanut butter cups are the best peanut butter cups in the entire world, as far as I'm concerned. But their
Again, with the
pumpkin
flavor,
spice, it's sad. It's just
that
sad.
and the Cliff Bar, like the flavor is lacking so much. And I'm not a pumpkin spice fan. I don't want it hitting me in the face.
I think I'd rather have it hit me in the face and put me to sleep, because it is a snooze fest on these. Yes.
It like, if you gave it to me, I would say it's peanut butter with like the smallest hint of like cinnamon at the end. And I'm saying a hint of cinnamon, not even a dash. It's like somebody burped cinnamon into the air, and that's what I got.
Which is probably and you thought that my on the run thing was a little too far. I don't know. Burping a flavor into my mouth is probably the worst, but
I said the air technically.
Okay. All right. Well, Coach, we've tried our apples and cinnamon. We have definitely dipped our toe into pumpkin spice. I think it's time to go all in and dive right into what everybody wants to know about, which is the GOO pumpkin spice. Cost right out of the gate of all the gels is the least expensive at $1.60. And actually, I think it's really pretty marketing, like in terms of their packaging. I think it's pretty. It looks very pumpkin-y. I don't want to see what it looks like, for the record. I'm afraid to see what it looks like, so I'm not going to even try that.
This has been the most requested, and people have joked for years to have them make it, and they finally delivered. This does not have caffeine in it. Just for those who do caffeinated gels, make sure you note that no caffeine in this little guy. This one I'm terrified of, because I feel like GOO is going to deliver on the pumpkin spice. I'm glad it's only a seasonal flavor, because too much of a bad thing is not good. But
bad thing is that you don't even know it's bad yet.
Listen, I'm hedging my bet and taking an educated guess, but this definitely, I think, is everybody's most excited for. So this one comes with instructions. 15 minutes before every 45 minutes of exercise, take with water or spit it out and get a different gel, dealer's choice on that.
So traditionally, we're probably the least fans of GOO. Like, of all, we're both, you and I don't think are big gel fans until now. I've been converted, because I am not coming. I mean, seriously, I'm so madly in love with the first one we tried, but we're not usually big fans of GOO. So this will be very interesting. But yes. Are you ready? Because I think
100 calories, no fat, 27 carb, 0 protein. It's a gel. Can't expect a whole lot from it. I am going to look at it though before I taste this thing.
I bet it's going to be like a light pale yellow.
Do you want me to tell you, or do you
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. No, yes. I want to know that I'm right. I want somebody to tell me that I'm right at all times. So yes, you're welcome to tell me that.
It looks clear.
Yeah, it usually is a little clearish, because
I am not putting this thing in my mouth.
Yes, you are.
No.
I'm drawing the line. Okay.
Oh, God.
We're almost on a breakup verge from the Biscoff comment. You have to.
All right. When you walk into a costume shop and it has like that plasticky, like artificial fall smell, and everything just smells weird. That's what it smells like to me. Please tell me I'm not alone. And like when you walk into costume shops.
I mean, first of all, I have so much dopamine going through my brain when I walk into a costume shop that you think that I'm like processing smells, girl. I literally like feel like there's like an arcade of sights and sounds that I am totally in love with in the costume shop. So I don't want to
eat this. Smell. I do not want to eat this. I'm not eating this thing. This is disgusting smelling.
Okay, I just caught the whiff, but I've been trying to. It is really horrible smelling.
But it's horrible smelling. I'm not going to cry. I really don't want to do this, because I don't want to get sick.
Shelby, this is disgusting. This is not plastic. This is worse.
Doesn't it smell like a costume shop?
No, it smells decay.
It smells like decay. Oh yeah, that's great to get it. It smells like death. I'm putting it on my finger. I am not putting my mouth on this thing.
I am, because I'm willing to do it for the Time for Brunch crew.
Love you guys. Sorry, I'm not doing it.
Wait, before you do though, let's catch up with some of the comments. Jody is with me. She would try it. She'd give it a try. Sally wants to know where we purchased it. We purchased everything except for the Perfect Bar from the feed. However, again, everybody can win these. You have an opportunity to win the taste testing equivalent, except for the Perfect Bar, in a box. We will be choosing the winner later this week. So check our description when we're done here. All you have to do is leave a comment. And then
I'm getting
Sarah,
anxiety
for the
from
record.
this.
Sarah said you have to.
I'm getting so much anxiety from this because I know this is the first time I think we've agreed that this smells horrendous.
I can't put something to it except absolutely disgusting. I'm really trying.
All right, I'm gonna do it because if not, I'm gonna chicken out. And
okay,
I swear, if this does not get ratings, I don't know what is going to, because this is.
Wait, Joseph wants to know. Cool Runnings Joe wants to know what's worse, porta potty or this goo?
The goo, the freaking goo. I am not even.
Okay.
Oh no, I've go in a porta potty before I had to eat this.
Oh my word! Well, you're gonna have to eat it, so you're going into a porta potty here soon. Let's do this on the count of.
Oh my god, it's disgusting.
3. You already tried it? You were premature in your taste testing. So hold on, I have to catch up.
Oh, it's disgusting. Don't do it. Do not do it.
It's not as bad as it smells.
Oh, you are lying.
It's nowhere near as bad as it smells. Oh my God, no, it's so much better than how it smells.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it absolutely is. It smells like death. It tastes like just sugar.
It's all over my desk now because I threw it down. You're mean. I don't like you anymore.
Well, we're already broken up over the Biscoff, so I don't care.
Oh my God. That's worse than the pickle juice.
Y'all, it is not. Well, no, I like pickle juice. This isn't that bad.
Lied to y'all.
As I rinse my palate with as much coffee as I possibly can.
Kelly's asking, can it be that bad? Yes, it cannot. It can be that bad.
No, she's exaggerating, my friends. But you know what's more important, Coach, is that we'll have a tiebreaker. Whoever wins this is going to have to let us know what they thought of all of the flavors. And I think it's time. We're at that point again in our conversation where we're going to rank them, and we should split it up between goos and bars. Before we do that, I want to recap how you possibly can win. All you have to do is leave a comment, whether you're catching this live or you're catching this on demand. You have to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you have to leave a comment before September 14th at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. The winner will be notified on September 15th. Again, we have another giveaway in the works over on Instagram. You'll find us at Time For Brunch Podcast over there, because we just love our giveaways. All right, Coach.
I'm glad you took the talking, because I'm like, you can see it live. I'm like chugging my water, trying to get my life back in order.
We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. So I think it's fair to say that you will never, ever, ever have goo pumpkin spice flavor ever again. Is that safe?
Yeah. Yeah, if it was a game between porta potty and the goo, I'm using the porta potty because I can at least rinse that off. I don't know if I'll ever recover from that. That goo is disgusting. I'm going to stop saying it because I'm not trying to be dramatic, but I would, no. It is the worst thing.
It is the worst thing that we've tried today. Is it the worst thing we've ever tried?
It's the worst thing we've tried ever.
Girl, my experience with food must be very different than your experience for food. I've actually had tripe, so there's nothing worse than tripe. It's slightly better than tripe, so I think you guys will be okay.
It's all over me now, too. Like, it's on my hand, it's on my desk. Okay, I'm going to whine. No more. Okay, I love it. Least favorite gel of today, hands down, the goo's got to go.
Okay. And then we're both going to probably say we may be in full 100% across the board accordance with how we rank these things. Because the next one up, I think we're both going to agree, is the Huma Energy Gel as the number 2. That apple cinnamon spice from spring it's got all of my love language. It's going to take all of my money. So now I'm going to have to not be able to sign up for Run Disney because this was I actually really loved it. I really, really enjoyed the flavor. This is the first time that I could say that I would actually consume this before going for a run, because the first thing I think about when they say, oh, you should consume this before going for a run is like, I will throw up. There's no way.
I could do this.
That one I could do for sure. So of the bars, I think it's also very fair to say that we probably both don't love. Well, I don't know if we're going to rank these exactly the same. I would rank the Perfect Bar number 3.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's just super bland. Like, I don't think there's any purpose to it. Especially in comparison to their other flavors, I would not spend the money on the Perfect Bar.
I would put Cliff Bar as number 3, just because I would not choose to eat that for the perfect bar while lackluster. I would grab it because it's disappointing from a pumpkin level, but on a regular food level, it's decent.
Still,
it's good.
No, it's still pretty boring, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to differ there. So we can, of course, agree 100%. So, of course, Cliff Bar is number 2 for me. I think we both love the honey stinger nut and seed bar. Granted, not as much as you did. I did like it quite a bit, though. It is really, really good.
I'm really excited for the taping to end because this is going to be my snack before I go sit in the car line at school.
Okay, well, with that said, friends, we love to hear from you. Actually, quite a few of these that we taste tested today were directly because you guys had asked us for Huma. You asked us for spring. You didn't even know that you wanted fall, but we knew that you wanted it. Ha ha ha.
Some of it, at least.
But please do reach out to us with your thoughts, ideas on fuels that you want us to review. I mean, truly, whatever you'd like us to give a try, we want to put it into the next upcoming. But our next one out of the gate, we've already announced we are going to do Oktoberfest brews and beers. Coach Shelby is going to have non-alcoholic brews on her side of the table. I'm going to do full-on day drinking, which means technology is going to be a whole lot of fun that day. So we can't wait for you guys to join us with that. Don't forget about our awesome giveaways. And we so very much appreciate you guys take time out of your day to share with us at brunch here. You're definitely going to want to tune into our long run episode that drops wherever you listen to Time for Brunch this Friday. And Coach, because we're going to continue dropping in more of this Time for Brunch fun. And of course, we're going to continue serving up more miles with
a side of smiles.
I'm shocked you didn't say disgusted smiles.